the bells when the law gone, and the boys release hell when the war's on. Bloodthirsty when the dogs put their paws on. You gon' tell the medic put a little bit of gauze on. Put them on the battlefield is where they click.
Hello again, welcome back, happy Monday. I hope your day is starting off amazing already. If you're watching this when it drops, you probably just got out of bed, so congratulations on getting out of bed on a Monday, because sometimes that's the hardest part. Today we are going to talk about foam rolling. So for those of you who don't know, this is a foam roller. This is also a foam roller, so there's two different kinds. Some of them have these little bumps, some of them are flat. We'll kind of talk about the difference. So here's the thing, foam rolling is really, really good for you, and I don't care who you are. It's really, really good for you. It will increase your joint range of motion. It will reduce the amount of tension in your muscles. It will help to loosen up knots. So the way to think of it is foam rolling is kind of like a deep tissue massage if you have knots. So when you get a deep tissue massage with knots, they're basically working out those knots, trying to loosen them up so that your body loosens up and it doesn't have these like tight spots. Most people carry them right here or in their neck. And that's why a lot of people will foam roll, because it helps all that often and you're just kind of trying it for the first time, or you only do it every so often. You have knots, and to work them out, it hurts a little bit. And so what happens is when you get to a spot and it hurts a little bit, you have to sit on it and let it hurt, because that's how the knot is going to release itself, and that's how the tension is going to come out of the muscles. So that's why you're going to hear people say, oh, I have a love-hate relationship with that thing. Oh, I don't like that thing. It hurts. Well, it's going to hurt a little bit in the long run. Your body is going to feel so much better afterwards that it's completely... I want to tell you a little bit about the difference. So this one is a flat, and you can get them much longer than this. I use just the little short ones, but you can get them a lot longer than this too, just so, you know, if you sit on them easier that way. It's totally up to you. So these flatter ones, you guys, Roz, get out. Shoot, go that way. Thank you. She's such a camera hog. So the flat ones, you guys, are just like a normal, like if you're just starting out, I would totally use these because they're a lot easier. They cost a little bit less too. These ones are my favorite. So this is the one I actually use most of the time, because I like the bumps, because the bumps are like even more of a deep tissue. So they're like really getting in there. So when I go over any of my knots, because I have a lot of them, when I go over my knots, this digs in even further, where this would just kind of flatten it out. Does that make sense? So it's like almost like rubbing a tennis ball in versus rolling a log over it, which don't roll logs on yourself because that would be painful. But so that's the difference. That's the difference between these two things. That you don't want to roll cold muscles. So a good time to roll would be maybe after a workout, or if it's a rest day, do like a quick warm up. If you're going for a walk that day, anything like that where you can just sort of warm up the muscles, do that first, because you do not want to roll cold muscles. It's not going to do anything for you. And to roll your muscles when it's warm is much, much better. It's going to be easier on your muscles. It's going to help your flexibility. Kind of like stretching, you guys. You don't want to you don't want to hold stretches on cold muscles. You want to stretch afterwards, because that increases your flexibility. It's the same concept. And if you didn't know that, hey, a little more knowledge for Monday. Like I said, Target, Walmart, you can get them on Amazon. I will give you a link if you want to order them. I sell them through Beachbody, so I have a couple different ones on there. I have the ones that have these ridges on them. I have the longer flat ones and the shorter flat ones. So I'll give you a link. You can check those out if you want to. You're more than welcome to order one that way. But I highly suggest you get one. And then I want you, once you have it, I want you to do a focus on foam rolling for 10 to 15 minutes a day. Even if you stay on like just one part of your legs for 10 minutes a day, don't care. 10 to 15 minutes a day, 6 or 7 days a week. I want you to do it every single day of the week after you get it. So you might be watching this on a Monday and you might not actually get your foam roller for a week. So you may actually have to do this focus next week, because that's when your foam roller comes, and that's okay. You can do it with anything else that you're doing. So you can do it as soon as you're done with a workout during the week. You can do it after, you can go for a walk on your lunch at work and then do it after that. Totally up to you, but that's going to be your focus. 10 to 15 minutes a day, 6 to 7 days a week. Today, I like to tell you guys about my shirts because I have fun shirts. So this one says Goal Getter, and this one I actually got because I finished a program through Beachbody called the 80-Day Obsession. So it was 80 days long, and it was 3 phases, and it was basically a muscle building program, and I loved it. I thought I was gonna hate it. Loved it. I am actually doing it for a second time again, and then including different workouts on the in-between weeks. So I actually spread it out to 160 days this time instead of 80, but I completed it, and so they sent me this shirt. So yeah, so if you guys want to hear more about 80-Day Obsession, or if you want information on it or want to look it up, tell me. I will give you information. I will tell you all about it. I actually wrote a blog on my experience, like day 1 to day 80. So I can give you the link to that in the comments, and you guys can check that out if you want to know more. I had a couple of ladies doing it with me, and it was so nice to do it with other people. I would highly, highly recommend it for someone who's already into fitness or like kind of already started. I personally don't recommend it for people who are just starting. So if you have never done anything before and you're like, I'm going to start a fitness program, that is not the one I recommend. I would recommend trying something else first and then moving into this one. So that's just a little more for me and my fun shirts. So like I said, if you guys have questions, I'll give you some links. So I will give you different links. I will give you a link to my blog for the 80-Day Obsession. I will give you a link to the actual 80-Day Obsession program, and then I will give you a link to some of the foam rollers all in the comments below. So feel free to click on those, check them out. And I hope you guys have a really good Monday. I feel like this was long. I'm a bit long-winded on this one, but I love foam rollers, you guys. They're amazing. They do amazing things for you. And of course, my dog had to get in the shot today, so, you know, that took a little longer too. Have a fabulous week, you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Sound of the bells when the log on, and the boys release hell when the war's on. Bloodthirsty when the dogs put their paws